Hey everyone, welcome to a one-off new series. I'm not really too sure what this is going to be. Welcome to an experiment, I suppose you could say. This is Grim Dawn. It's a really dark, gritty action RPG that has been in early access for a pretty long time, and I picked it up a long time ago, back when it was just like, I want to say like the first act was released and that was it. And I didn't even really play it too much then, but I saw a lot of potential in it because of the feel of the game and some of the things that were in it. So I picked it up, and it's about to come out of early access and be a full release next month. They're saying that the game itself is feature complete, so I thought I would take a break from some of the other series that I've been recording and kind of show this game off a little bit. You know, I'm not sure how many episodes of this I'm going to do. It may just be one, it may be a few. They may not come out every day. Who knows? Just depends. So, things to keep in mind here. We're going to be playing on, we're going to do the main campaign, single player of course, normal difficulty. Looks like I could do veteran. And elite and ultimate, I guess, are locked until you complete the game on certain difficulty levels. Under options, the only thing I think that has changed here was locking map rotation. I generally don't like it when the mini-map rotates. I didn't change any key bindings. Audio, I turned the sound down. Video, I basically just set it to really, really high settings because I figured it probably could handle it. And if it can't, then we will turn it down. So we're going to name our character. I guess we need to create a character. Create a character. Let's go Nerdstalgic. Male. We're not going to go hardcore. Not for our first character, at least. So there is Nerdstalgic. What a handsome fellow. It's got what appears to be a trapdoor for a shield and a table leg for a club. Leather looks very, very shiny. He needs to shave. Okay, so let's get started. Let's just jump right in and see what this game has to offer. Now, the first thing that I definitely notice here is that it does look grittier than a lot other ARPGs. So, maybe I should turn the graphical settings down a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. What's this guy? Hangman Jarvis. Still drawing breath, I see. You're one lucky bastard. I'll give you that. Best go speak to Captain Bourbon. Right away, he seems to have a plan for you now that we've spared your life. I'm not really sure what the backstory is here. I guess our character isn't really either. What's going on? Where am I? Welcome to Devil's Crossing. Possibly the last refuge of humanity. You were possessed. So we strung you up as we do with all our ethereal taken. Seems the spirit fled your body before your life ran out. I'd have left you to hang, but the captain had other plans. He sees some purpose in you, and I'm not going to argue. Where can I find this captain, then? He's up the road in the courtyard, probably coordinating our defenses against the dead. Don't make me regret cutting you down. Okay, I'll be on my way then. So, you can see here's our mini-map. See some dots here. We've got Chester. That's me. Okay, so those are people. I guess we are the Dorito-looking thing. What do we got here? Weapon attack. Looks like we've got some tonic of mending. So here's our health. Here's our energy. It says use the character window to equip items, organize your inventory, spend attribute points, and see a summary of your character's stats. Hover over stats for additional information. So, looks like we have 3 stats, or attributes. Multiple stats. Here are the attributes. Physique. So this is, I guess, like strength. Physical conditioning gives you the strength to fight in heavier gear and the agility to avoid enemy attacks. Physique also increases your capacity for pain, your ability to regenerate your wounds, and the ability to avoid being critically hit. Cunning. Cunning intellect improves your combat technique, increasing physical, pierce, bleed, and internal trauma damage. Cunning also increases your chances of landing melee, critical or ranged attacks, and critically hitting enemies. We have Spirit. Strong Spirit increases the flow of energy into your being and allows you to withstand the spiritual burden of using more powerful enchanted items. Spirit also magnifies the damage of magical attacks. What's this? Oh wow, there's quite a few stats here. So health, energy, offensive ability. Higher offensive ability increases your chance of successfully landing attacks and spells, scoring critical hits. Damage critical hits. An offensive ability lower than your opponent's defensive ability will greatly increase your chance to miss. Offensive ability is affected by skills, items, and cunning. So defensive ability is kind of the flip side of offensive ability. So it allows you to avoid enemy hits more often, decreases the chance of suffering a critical hit, reduces the damage taken when you are critically hit. Defensive ability is affected by skills, items, and physique. Right. DPS. Okay. Does not factor in enemy defenses. Armor rating. I like how they've broken down the like the hit boxes into the different parts of the body. That's pretty neat. So you can't just you have to like pay attention to having armor, I guess, on the different parts of your body. Neat. So we got resistances: fire, cold, lightning, poison, piercing, chaos, stun, aether, vitality, and bleeding. Okay. Soldier skills. Huh. Neat. Jeez. All this stuff. Alright, there's lots of stuff. I think we can all agree on that. What's this? Faction window. Use the faction window to keep track of your progress with cairns, various factions, to determine what you need to do in order to gain their favor. Gaining reputation. Each faction has unique desires and goals. You can see how to earn their respect by looking at the reputation gained from section. Note that as you become more renowned, you'll need to defeat tougher monsters to gain reputation from skills. That makes sense. We completely skipped that part, but that's okay. So there are three factions: Ethereals, Chthonians, or Thonians, or whatever, Chthonians, and Devil's Crossing. To the Ethereals. Foolishly and greedily to the Arcanist of Cairn, delve into the magical veil known as the Aether, never once suspecting that something was looking back. The Ethereals descended upon Cairn, and what is now known as the Grim Dawn, possessing countless humans and butchering the rest. Most despicably of all, they began raising the fallen as mutated, undead creatures. Mindless foot soldiers for their invasion. Their very presence on Cairn is enough to mutate the wildlife, turning once docile creatures into vicious monstrosities. But most strange of all, is their apparent hatred for Chthonians, as they will battle against the horrors from the void at every opportunity. Well, it's nice that the two hostile factions also hate each other. The Chthonians, horrors from the void, are the things of nightmares. Prior to the Grim Dawn, Chthonians would only be seen upon Cairn following an arcane ritual gone wrong, or at the beckoning of a powerful sorcerer. I sense a but here. Despite an effort to exterminate the practice, the cult has formed around blood rituals and the worship of chthonic beings. Members of the cult have been overheard chanting one name in particular, Chthon. With the world in disarray, the cult has grown strong, garnering new followers, desperate for answers in a world that no longer makes sense. Chthonians and their loyal cult appear to be at odds with the Ethereals, eagerly harvesting helpless humans for blood so that the Ethereals cannot use them as vessels. So these guys hate each other, and in turn, these guys are targeting humans, so the Ethereals can't get humans to raise up for their army. Makes sense. Devil's Crossing. So they're survivors. That is the word used most often to describe the hardy denizens of Devil's Crossing, the men and women who made it through the Grim Dawn to form a small community within the ruins of an abandoned prison. Why does every ARPG have an abandoned prison? Seriously, like Path of Exile, it's one of the very first places you go. It's an abandoned prison. Diablo 3 has abandoned prisons. I don't know, The men and women who made it through the Grim Dawn form a small community within the ruins of it. I already read that. Sorry, guys. They have seen all too many friends and family lost to the Taken, those found possessed by the Ethereals. Earning their trust will prove no easy task. But with supplies running low and a looming ethereal threat on the horizon, they may just be willing to take a chance. So, reputation gained from killing Cronley's gang, quests, and bounties. What about you? Well, we don't have any info on that. You have to assume there's going to be more factions than just 3, though. So here's our quest window. Waking. I thought that said wanking. Wanking to misery. That sounds great. Yeah, this is the quest that we're on right now, so we need to head up. And, devotion shrines. We need to head over to him, which I'm guessing it's over here. Yeah. Sure. There we go. So if we hit M, we can get a bigger map to look at. And we can even move with it up. Can we make this thing interesting? Cool. Okay, so who's this? Oxley the Watchman? Nothing to say, huh? Welcome to Grim Dawn. Thank you again for supporting us and helping make Grim Dawn possible. I hope that you enjoy the game as we work towards official release, which is coming, from what I understand, very, very soon. Please remember that this is a pre-release build created by an 8-person indie studio, which is pretty amazing considering everything that's went into the game. If you'll encounter bugs while playing, we welcome your feedback on bugs and general gameplay on our forums at www.grimdawn.com. I'm going to leave the tutorial tips on, just because, like I said, I'm completely new to the game, even though I did boot it up before this, not today, but like many, many moons ago when I first purchased it. But I was like, it's only got a little bit in the game. The game does look cool, but I'd rather not spoil it once it's actually in kind of full release. And there's enough in the game right now, I think, to keep me busy. So it looks like we can talk to Harmond here. Oh, look, it's the possessed one. Tell you what, got something that needs doing, and I'll pay good to see it done. I'm not quite sure you've got what it takes, but come back with some blood on your boots, and maybe I'll reconsider. Just try to make sure it's not your own blood. So he's got a quest he wants us to do, but he doesn't think we're capable yet. Salvage dealer. Jesus. What's this? Weapon comparison. When you hover over an item in your inventory, you will see a side-by-side comparison of that item with what you currently have equipped. In the case of weapons, you'll also see additional information comparing the DPS. You can compare the two weapons without any attached components by holding the control key. So like, you don't have enough iron. Guess that's the currency, iron. It's definitely, I don't know. Like, I like the art style. It's hard to say how I feel right now. You can do ranged weapons too, huh? Pistols. Sounds fun. We don't have any money, so we can't buy anything. Alright, what's up, Bourbon? You're not looking too bad for someone just back from the brink of death. You were taken, possessed by the same creatures that have been reanimating these zombies here. Normally, I'd have burned you with the rest to be safe, but we've lost too many people to the dead. I need someone expendable, someone with nothing to lose but a lot to gain. Right now, you're that person. Prove your worth to me. The survivors of Devil's Crossing may just welcome you. Well, what is it you want me to do? The bodies of the dead are rising again in some horrible unlife. Corpses don't just get up and move around on their own. Something is reanimating our deceased with ethereal energy. We've observed the dead for some time, and they appear to be flooding Lower Crossing from the Burial Hill just beyond town. I want you to go to Burial Hill, find whatever is controlling those abominations, and destroy it. Well, just beyond town. Alright, well, where can I find Burial Hill? You will need to fight your way through Lower Crossing. Once you've crossed the stream on the far side of town, see, he's not giving me any cardinal directions. He keeps on telling me far side of town, but I don't know what the near side is or the far side is. There'll be a beaten path leading up to Burial Hill. I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I'd be asking a lot of my people to welcome you with open arms too. Help us in our hour of need, and I will open Devil's Crossing to you. Alright, well, I'll find out what's reanimating those corpses. So I'm assuming it's probably going to be over this direction. I don't know. Devil's Crossing Rift. What the hell's a rift? Okay, yeah, we've got to go up here. So it is that direction. Alright, fair enough. Alright, let's head that way. Who are you? Oh. Watchman. Oh, looky here. Okay. Interesting. Constitution. When combat ends and your health bar is not full, a secondary regeneration system activates called Constitution. Constitution will rapidly refill your health bar, but will also be drained in the process. The yellow indicator over your health bar is your Constitution. The yellow indicator over your health bar is your Constitution. That's our experience. Yellow indicator over our health bar. Oh, okay. I think I see now. Yeah, I see now. So our health is up here, but our Constitution level's here. Constitution automatically refills when you find food rations or vital essence, and when you reach the next character level or die. If your Constitution runs out, you'll no longer rapidly regenerate health outside of combat. Okay, so there's a reason that you need to eat in this game. I see. Got any loot for me? Nice. Health and energy potions restore your character's health and energy respectively. To drink a potion, click on its image on the quick bar or press the assigned hotkey. So, hotkey is 9 right now. Luckily I have a... I would hate to try to reach over to 9. So, I'm just going to use my Naga to do it. Potions are initially assigned to the last 2 quick bar slots. You can manually assign potions to any quick bar slot by right-clicking on an empty slot and selecting a potion from the menu. So, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. What's this? Scrap metal saw blade. One-handed. Yeah. I think it's better than what we got, isn't it? Anything else we can click on? No. So we just right-click it, and now we have that. How does that look? It looks pretty cool. Looks suitably grim. You look like you need to be attacked. Yeah, give me that Gladius. I don't know if we should be looting everything, or I'm assuming, you know, start of the game, we probably want to loot everything to sell and try to get some money, you know. There's not a whole lot to do right now. What's in here? What are you guys doing? Oh, you guys are fighting each other. Oh, where's... Ooh, poison. Cloth strap. Yeah, can I equip that? Let's see. So that actually would be more damage. But it doesn't swing as fast? I think I'm okay with that. What? Looks like it swings plenty fast to me. What's going on in here? Give me that tonic. Alright, we leveled up. Yeah. We got here a blunderbuss. I like guns. You've gained a level. Each time your character levels up, you will earn skill and attribute points. You can assign skill points in the skill window. Shortcut key S. There we go. Select class, huh? So what do we want to do here? We could be a soldier. Soldiers of the Imperial Army were trained to survive in the most hellish conditions and hold the line against the deadliest enemies of the Empire. Soldiers prefer the use of close combat weaponry, such as a sword and shield, but can also prove formidable with firearms. What a soldier may lack in outright damage output is made up for in fortitude and leadership. Okay. What's that? It looks pretty cool. Let's go back to this. Demolitionist. Pyrotechnic masters of the Imperial Army. Demolitionists are part engineer, part sorcerer. They were used to break enemy ranks and breach fortifications with their devastating array of explosives and destructive magic. They usually prefer to fight at range, engaging enemies with guns, traps, and explosives, but they can also be proficient with melee weapons. Cultist. Once hunted by Imperial forces in an effort to control Eldritch's power, the occultist's craft focuses heavily on summoning and borrowed powers granted by the 3 witch gods, Bismiel, Soleil, and Drieg. Their diverse arts include abhorrent curses and spells that inflict damage with poison, acid, and entropic energy. Excelling with neither sword nor gun, they can use either to augment their offense. Nightblade. Nightblades were clandestine warriors that sold their services to the great house of the Empire. Nightblades excel with all manner of martial weapons, but are even more feared for the deadly blade magic that is the secret of their trade. Nightblades are not suited to go toe-to-toe with tougher enemies and rely on illusion to close for quick, devastating attacks or fight from a distance with phantasmal blades. Arcanist. To Arcanists, the manifestation of magic is not some unexplainable mystery or the will of the gods, but a science meant to be unraveled. This pursuit of knowledge drives all Arcanists, always eager to discover a new technique to make their namesake. Arcanists warp ethereal and elemental energy to their will, creating devastating demonstrations of power that rival small armies. However, such raw force leaves little in terms of defense, though. Glass Cannon, anybody? And Shaman. Hailing from the untamed Northland, shamans were the spiritual leaders and guardians of their people, claiming an astounding attunement to the wilds and their patron deity, Mugdrogan. Shamans are capable of wielding the terrible forces of nature against their foes, or even calling upon savage beasts to come to their aid. Shamans excel in the use of brutal two-handed melee weapons, but can easily adapt to other tools of war when conjuring their primal powers. So we have to pick one of these. I would imagine that the soldier class here is probably the easiest, because generally your melee sword and board type is usually the easiest, but it's also probably the least fun. I'm tempted to go occultist because it sounds cool, and I just always seem to kind of gravitate towards that type of character. Arcanist sounds fun too, because I like things that go boom, boom, boom. Shaman sounds pretty good too. I don't think I like Nightblade. I don't think I like Demolitionist. And Soldier, okay. I think I'm going to go Occultist here. Alright, skill window. You will earn additional skill points each time you gain a level. Wait a second. Can you pick... Okay, no, you can't. You have to focus one. Alright, I didn't know if it's like... You could do like a hybrid build or something. Invest these skill points in your mastery level or unlock skills. If you invest skill points in your skill mastery, you will unlock new tiers of skills. You can increase your mastery level by clicking on the mastery button in the lower left of the skill window. Okay. So here are the skills, right? Here's the mastery level. So it doesn't look like we can do anything right now. We have to actually put a point into Occultist. And now we can learn these skills. And now we're locked into Occultist, it looks like. We'd have to undo points to choose a different class. I'm not sure if you can undo points like just for free, or I don't know. What's this? You earned attribute and skill points. You've unassigned attribute or skill points. Yeah. Attribute points can be used to increase your cunning, physique, and spirit by 8 per point. Skill points can be used to increase your mastery level, unlock new skills, or improve skills you already have unlocked. Okay. Yeah, we'll take a look at that in a second. So we could pick up Dreeg's Evil Eye. Summons one of the infinite eyes of Dreeg, the great guardian of the hidden realm. The eye quickly speeds toward the target and then detonates itself. So, okay. 10 energy costs, so we could summon 27 of them. Curse of Frailty, cruel word of power that robs enemies of their fortitude, making them slow and fragile. And Summon Familiar, summon a mythical storm raven. I like that. Yes. Odin's Raven to support you. Storm ravens are eldritch creatures of uncanny intelligence and magical ability, quite different from mundane ravens. Some believe they are not birds at all, but rather some manner of ancient sky spirit, for which the raven is a preferred manifestation. So this is a pet. Only one raven may be summoned at a time. The raven scales with pet bonuses. Huh. Is that the only pet we can get? I can get a hellhound. So it's either like Raven or Hellhound, I guess. I mean, I'm not like against that. I mean, Hellhound does sound cool too. So this is more like you're just caster, right? This is more like a debuff that you would use in conjunction with like melee attacks. And this is just a pet, which I like pets. The Raven can use Storm Orb, but we don't have to control the pet. I'm assuming that would be just crazy if we had to control the pet and us. Well, I like pets. So let's put a point in here. We've got the Raven now. Active skills square icons need to be assigned to your mouse button or quick bar if you can use them. To assign a skill, right-click on a slot in the quick bar, or on the mouse buttons to the right of it, and select the desired skill from the menu. Activate skills on the quick bar by left-clicking the icon or by pressing the assigned shortcut. Sure. Passive skills, which are circular, are always active. Okay, yeah. Good. Okay, so this Odin's Raven here needs to be assigned. So since it's a familiar, I don't think we're gonna have to summon it very often. So we can put it on a button that we don't really have to mess with too much, like maybe like 7. Like there, boom. We got one more point left. We could go to Occultist 2. So it looks like Occultist focuses on spirit, and then cunning, and then physique last. We could put another rank into our Raven. We could take a spell or a debuff. I'm not really sure, what's the best thing to do here. I'm not sure if you should spread it around, or I don't know. Let's go ahead and let's focus our Raven, I guess. What's this devotion? Yeah, confirm changes. What's this? Interesting. There we go. The devotion window allows you to dedicate your devotion points to various deities and celestial symbols of Cairn. As you complete constellations, you will earn affinity, which in turn earn you access to more powerful constellations. Earning devotion points. Devotion points are earned by claiming shrines scattered throughout the world. Explore everywhere to find them all. Affinity. The constellations are aligned to 5 different affinities representing different celestial aspects. Different constellations require different amounts of affinity to unlock. The entry constellations all give significant affinity bonuses, while the most powerful constellations do not give any at all. Note that if you unlearn a piece of a completed constellation, you will lose its affinity bonus. Spending devotion points. Bright blue stars indicate where you can put a devotion point in next. So we could put a devotion point, if we got one, in any of these. So it's like defensive ability, health, offensive ability, health. The halo stars mark the locations of celestial power. So like here. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Which you can unlock to enhance your primary skills with new effects. That sounds pretty good for us. If we're going to be doing a caster. So this is kind of like, I don't really know. I think you've got 2 talent trees here, you know? It's pretty neat. Ghoul. Call forth an Eldritch Hound. This hound scales with pet bonuses. So if we go pet, we'd want to get over there to that. Pretty wild. Cast of Celestial Falcons. My god. Okay. There's a lot to this game, it looks like. Alright, we've already done all that. I think we have maybe some attribute points we need to, So it kind of separates out. Ascendant beings have risen to godlike status through immense feats or reverence from their lessers. Chaotic beings crave entropy and destruction above all else. Eldritch beings represent the wild forces of magic in the metaphysical realms beyond the veil. Order cherish harmony and balance in all things. Primordial beings embody the powers of creation, life, death, and reality itself. Cool. So some of the constellations do have overlap. Like I'm looking at this demon here, the fiend. And you can do that with either Chaos or Eldritch, but that's it, looks like. Interesting that it's like Primordial's all right here, and then, or maybe it loops around. Oh, there's more to it. Wow, what's this? Light of Empyrean, that looks pretty cool. Ooh, is that the Grim Reaper? Alright, well, we don't have any of those points right now, so there's no point in even kind of looking at it. Do we have... We do. We have attribute. We have one attribute point. So I think we need to go probably Spirit or Cunning here. Let's go Spirit. Alright, where's my homeboy? Give me my Raven. There he is. Pets automatically travel and fight alongside you. If you wish to give your pets direct commands, you can hold down Control while clicking on the desired pet in the upper left of the screen. Then select a target. That's You can dismiss your pets at any time by right-clicking their portraits and selecting Disband Pet. You can order all pets to attack or move to a target by commanding them using the Pet Attack skill. To assign this skill, yeah, we know all about that. Well, why don't we put Pet Attack on the right bar here, since we don't have anything else to put on it right now. And I think we got like a letter here, didn't we? He says, I'm trapped here. I'm trapped here. I realize now I'll die in this house. Margaret, I fear that you are already dead, so it may not be so bad if I am shortly to join you. If by some miracle you yet live and return here to find this note, please know that I am not angry with you. I never regretted our life together, but now only regret that I lost my temper and spoke unkind words when last we parted. I hope you will not think me a coward for what I am about to do. They are already in the house. I've barricaded myself in this room, but it is only a matter of time before they break through. All I can do now is choose the manner in which I face death, and I would rather die a man than be changed into one of those horrid things or eaten alive. I will love you always. So, looks like he took his life. Can we equip that? Oh. Maybe we should go ranged with this guy. I think we probably should. Instead of going melee. It makes more sense to go ranged with our pet. What do we got here? You know, we should probably put a cut in. This video's been going for a while. So we'll put a cut in here, and in the next episode, we're going to work our way towards Burial Hill. So when the next episode will come out, I'm not too sure. When will this episode come out? I'm not too sure. I'm just recording this series for fun, to kill some time. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and until next time, game on.